Uh-oh. What did the president say this morning? What did the media say today? Did they just acknowledge what we've all been saying for a long time? For anybody who had their phone off today, for anybody who was away from their laptop or away from electronics today because you needed a day to get away, I'm proud of you for doing it. But man, you missed a day today. Massive, massive day today. Full range of emotions, full range of reactions from everybody. Don't go anywhere. You've got to hear what we're talking about today. Talking about some Hillary stuff and talking about criminal investigation, Durham probe. It is on like Donkey Kong, and we're getting into it right away. I'm Jared. This is RedRacer Video, former car vlogger. Now I'm an independent citizen journalist. Thanks to you, the viewers, you make this possible. I have made this my work. You have made this my revenue. Your donations through Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo have made this possible for myself and my family. Thank you to everybody who's done that. Also, to everyone who's purchased shirts, thank you. You guys sold me out in my first round of shirts. I have very, very few left. I thought I'd have a whole bunch more today, but we didn't quite make it today. But any day will be fully restocked. So keep an eye on RedRacerVideo.com. And if you want to support the channel, one of the 3 links down below as you watch the video, if you see value. So let's dive into it. What a day already, huh? It was absolutely, like I said, it was just a historic day. I can't keep naming these videos biggest day ever, but I really want to just keep naming these videos biggest day ever because day after day after day, it keeps getting massive and it keeps going really, really well for the people who think like I think, and there keeps being massive amounts of pain delivered to the deep state, to the Democrats, and to the left. So we'll start off with going over the big news and the developments in the Durham criminal investigation. I noticed the mainstream media and everybody, they still want to call it the Durham probe. It's not a probe anymore. Remember, back a while ago, AG Barr said that it was now a criminal investigation. And to everyone that says nothing's been happening, criminal investigations, they don't sit and leak everything out to the media the way the Democrats and the way Adam Schiff does. They do their investigation and do all the work, and then once they actually have it all put together, then you hear, oh, hey, so-and-so, and I'm going to tell you what happened today. So getting into that. Today what happened was Obamagate officially became a thing. It was announced to the world. So a lot of people, this is being downplayed. I'm sure the media is going to say this is nothing, and I think a lot of the media probably just won't even say it, but Obamagate was acknowledged officially. Our president came out this morning and said that FBI attorney Kevin Kleinsmith was going to be pleading guilty and had been charged and would be pleading guilty. At least that was his assumption. And then I saw in the later on in the day, the media reported the same thing, that he was going to be pleading guilty to fraudulently obtaining a FISA against the Trump campaign. What he had done, really briefly, and I may miss some of the minutia, but there was an email that needed to get served over to the FISA court in order for them to get a FISA warrant on Carter Page, who was part of the Trump campaign. They were trying to prove that Carter Page was a Russian agent. They knew like a day after they started the investigation into Carter Page that he wasn't a Russian agent. And they knew all along that the Trump campaign had no ties to Russia. They knew this was false from the beginning. To anybody out there that I'm blowing your mind, and there are still some people out there, guys, so I have to say it, this whole thing was a scam from the jump. And this is not a low-level arrest. And we're going to get into this a little more, but a lot of people are playing this off like it's a nothing, and it is so far from a nothing. And I'm going to get into why. But again, this attorney went into an email and basically was forwarding an email or whatever, but he changed the email. He only changed like 4 words, but the 4 words he changed completely changed the statement of the email, and it made it look like Carter Page was, in fact, working with Russia, and that's how they got their first warrant, and then they continued to build a bunch of warrants on after that. But this Kevin Kleinsmith had been charged and is now pleading guilty to this, okay? So again, this is my first note here. Is this a low-level person, or is this the first verified marker of Obamagate? And the first verified marker of stuff that Q's been telling us. To everybody out there, since we're all, the QAnon movement's getting attacked so heavily, this is something that was told. We knew this was coming. We also knew what I'm going to tell you here soon in a second, and this gets really, really good. There's an illustration out there, and for those that don't know, RedRacer Video, at RedRacer Video on Instagram, go follow me. I'll try and post it up if I can remember after this video, but if you're on Instagram, if you're anywhere, you can see there's an image, and I wish I did editing in these videos, but guys, I don't for a reason. Anybody out there that says, hey, show me images. Editing takes a long time. It means I lose a lot of time on research, and I lose getting the information out to you guys in a timely manner, and I still got to be a dad. I'm sorry I'm not doing it. But there's an image out there. Comey, all the people under him, all these trees, all these things, all these people involved. Kevin Kleinsmith is not in the hierarchy of the FBI. So everybody out there saying, oh, nothing's happening. This is like a nobody guy, and they're just doing this to make a little something happen. Okay, I can see why people would think that. But what I think is that this guy's like 7 rungs down the thing, and this just shows how bad this is. Keeping in mind, information has already come out. Memos and things have already come out that show that Obama and Comey and Brennan and everyone, Biden, they knew who was running this. They knew what was happening. They knew they were setting dude up. They admitted it. This is not QAnon tin hat wearing speculation. This is facts. The inconvenient facts and the inconvenient truth that the media and Facebook and YouTube and all these places that try to kind of silence this stuff, the things they don't want you to hear, okay? So again, this guy is down the line, but that doesn't make it less significant. That makes it more significant. Another thing that makes this significant is the fact that, again, the FBI knew that Carter Page was clean like the day after they opened the thing. This investigation now, people keep saying this has been going on for 4 years. This just goes to show you, in 4 years, all they can get is Kevin Kleinsmith, an FBI attorney, 6 or 7 rungs down the chain or whatever. This is nothing. Or they've been doing this investigation now for 4 years, and Kevin Kleinsmith is just now pleading guilty. And I don't know, I'm not like an expert, but a lot of times in these cases, the way these work, they play these things out, they work with people, they go back and forth, the prosecutors and the defendants, they come to an agreement. Hey, you give us this information, or you give us this person, or you give us whatever, then you plead guilty, and we make sure that you don't actually like maybe die. Maybe this guy is just going to serve life in prison with a possibility of parole or something. But mark my words, this guy gave people and or information up in exchange for him pleading guilty and them lessening a sentence. Watch. What else do I have on here? I think I already covered that note. I'm glad I didn't just say that again. My last thing about that subject, and we're moving on to the next absolutely amazing thing. This is a sign of much, much bigger things to come. I guarantee you that much. A quick reminder again to everybody out there, pay attention to how the media is attacking QAnon. Pay attention to how the media and NBC and everyone is going after. They don't spend this kind of time and attention going after people unless they're afraid of them, okay? And something else that happened today on that subject was a reporter finally brought up QAnon in a presser for the president. She asked him a question about a senator, I think, or a representative that he had spoken out in support of. And she followed that up with, this person is also a big QAnon, the conspiracy theory QAnon, a supporter of that. What are your thoughts? He dodged it. And then he went to go call on the next person, and she tried to follow up and say, Mr. President, you didn't answer my second part of the question. And he dodged her again and went on. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what that means. I think I know what that means. I think it's because he's either Q or Q+, but the media is bringing it up for a reason. And I want to say something. Everybody out there that's been part of this and paying attention to this, number one, I'm proud of you all. The silent majority is not silent anymore, and the majority is getting much, much bigger. I mean, the majority is big, and they are getting much less silent. But them bringing this up and them coming after the people who have followed the QAnon and what Q has showed us, hasn't told us anything, hasn't made us worship God, but the stuff that they said, hey, go look at this, and then we go look at it, that stuff can't be unseen, and that stuff is not brainwashing, and that stuff is it's becoming a threat to people who feel it a time to go after it. Some things to keep in mind about what may be coming. They are going to do everything they can to discredit the movement. We know what that means. With the left, with the deep state, we know that it could... Sorry, that my dog's having a thing over here. Don't mind him. Hey, Taz, everybody knows you're here. You want to say hi? We know that they do false flags. So when someone goes and like does something crazy and does it with a Q shirt on, before you completely sell everyone in the QAnon movement out, remember what the left is capable of. Okay? Be very careful who you follow in this movement for the next period of time. Be very careful who you entrust. You guys all saw, I'm not even going to say his name, the D word. You saw the D word defect, and in the way he did it, it became pretty obvious, I think, to the vast majority of us. Dude was never genuine. He never had his mind or heart in it for the right reasons. Or he's got some other really complicated things going on that we don't know about. But it all doesn't add up. And we're seeing what has been planned for a long time. And it was to discredit this movement. So again, one small thing that happens that the media blows out of proportion or whatever that may or may not come up, don't let that erase all that we have all seen over the past couple years or however long you've followed this movement, okay? Let's move on to the next thing. An appeals court today ruled that Hillary now does not have to testify on Big Ozzy and on her emails. I found this out because my inbox, my email inbox, my Instagram DM, my text messages, everything went insane when that got announced. This goes back to the beginning of the video where I said I had a wide range of reactions and emotions. I was mostly talking about myself, but I was very much also talking about emails that I got and messages that I got. There's a lot of people really upset with this, and I understand that. There's a lot of people that say, oh, here we go, the system's corrupt, or, oh, see, there's nothing to see, and that's why they're doing this, or whatever the reaction is. I want to give you my reaction. I want to give you my thoughts. And this is after going through my own being upset. I'll be honest with you. I got frustrated, but I reached out to my friends. Big shout out to my friends in the bakery. If you aren't following them, you're missing out. Instagram, at RedRacer Video, and then you'll see links to all of them. I'm careful about linking stuff on YouTube because of how much they very much appear to not like the website and links that these people use. But I went to them and said, hey, tell me that I'm not seeing this, right? And somebody, I don't remember who it was now, I think CJ Truth, said, you know, this has been overturned before. It'll probably be overturned again. Everything happens for optics. I'm sure there's a reason that this played out. It could just be that this judge or this appeals court, probably obviously Obama appointed and highly democratic, is just doing what they can do to slow things down. It's okay. We know this is going to happen. These people's lives are ending. They're not going out without a fight. She's not just going to sit at her house with her feet up and wait until she's got to come testify and show that she sold our country out, killed soldiers, let these things happen. It's not just going to go down like that. They're going to fight till the very end. Another thing that I noticed from this is how incredibly proud I am of everybody out there for paying attention to this. Big shout out to everyone watching this video, even to the people who didn't message me, because there's a lot of you, I'm sure, that went, what the heck? What they did what? They're letting her get off again? I'm proud of you. Think about this. Think about how many people are paying attention. The silent majority is not very silent. And the majority is getting a lot bigger. And I know this because my growing on here is blowing up. Really quickly, please like, please subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. Leave a comment before you go. But the channel has grown like 100% in 30 days. We went from 30,000 to 60,000, now almost 70,000. That's a huge indicator that everybody's paying attention. And thank you for that. Thank you for that. Another indicator is that my inbox is blowing up with people that are pissed off that Hillary, they think, is potentially getting off again. And to those people, again, I say, and only because I reached out to my friends who think more logically and are smarter than I am, thank you, CJ, or whoever it was that said this. It's been overturned before. It's going to get overturned again. These people are not getting off. They are not getting off. Again, a very positive sign that everybody's paying attention. Thank you, everyone, for the growth on the channel. Thank you, everybody, for helping these shirts sell out. As soon as I get them in my hands, and it could be any day. I thought I'd actually have them today, but now we're coming up on the weekend. I hope it doesn't have to wait till Monday. But I think worst case scenario, Monday, I've got like 400 new shirts on the site. So everybody blowing me up for the shirts, I see you, I hear you, and they're coming. Really quick, again, like, subscribe before you go. 3 links down below if you want to monetarily support. Thank you, everyone, who helping me live my dream and bring you guys to a place where you are awake and paying attention. Where we go one, we go all. Do not lose faith. Trust the plan. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. RedRacer video.